They're out there water, they're both great. They both are great fighters, and they got to be introduced to the people. Both of them are fantastic fighters. And what they do is get to meet and greet and be a part of the population, and don't forget the dirt road. Don't forget where they come from. Give back to the people that's going to enable them to rise to the heights of hitherto unknown.
Don, what is the secret of your success? So many promoters have come and gone through the sport. You've been there from day one. You're still here. You're still at the main event on HBO. How do you do it?
Well, you know, you got to understand that I started HBO. You understand? So therefore, I understand what it is about HBO. But I'm a promoter of the people, by the people, and for the people. And my magic lies in my people ties. It isn't about what you do or how you do. It's about being with the people. They're the most important asset. There's a guy named Jose Suleiman Chagnon, and his son now is the presidente of the WBC, Mauricio Mijo. You know what I mean? So it's a fabulous opportunity for me to thank the WBC and to work with the WBC for fair play and safety of the boxing. And that's what we have done and established, and that spirit stands with me right now, because Jose ain't dead. He just moved. He's in another house. I'll meet him later on.
Now, you talked about for the people and by the people. You have a Don King, you have a Donald Trump pin on. Can you?
A few of them.
Donald Trump, Kanye West, Donald Trump. Slavery 400 years was a choice.
It's about politics right now. About the fight.
It's not because he's wearing it. I mean, I'm only
Listen, ask your question, brother.
That's what I did. So thank you. I appreciate it. Speak on Kanye West, 400 years of slavery being a choice, and you wearing a Don King pin. I mean, Donald Trump pin.
I love Donald Trump because Donald Trump is doing for America what no one has done in many years since the colonies. Since the colonies went against King George, looking for what they call liberty, freedom, you know, to have a voice, you know what I mean, to be recognized and governed by the consent of the governed, to have a voice in which the laws and things that you're made in order for you to be able to follow them. I love this man here because this man is bringing out all the racism. He's bringing out all of the different corruptions. He's identifying them by name. At least they're on the discussion table. You must understand that man and woman, as long as from Othello to Desdemona, you know what I mean, you've had affairs with women. Why are we discussing the affair of a man that's dead 10 years ago when he wasn't even intending to be a president? We got that as the top position. You know, the top position on the talk shows, breaking news about a lady and a man affair. No, Americans ain't concerned with that. They're concerned about their kids. They're concerned about education. They're concerned about health care. The greatest richest nation in the world don't have a health care program. You know what I mean? All the other nations have it that don't have nearly what we have. But we want to be able to ingratiate ourselves to the world by bribing them, by sending troops to them. And when I first started out, they said we were Yankee imperialists all around the world, and they said declare war on America and then get the Marshall Plan. That means they're pimping America. He is de-pimping the rest of the world. He's making people understand what time it is, no matter about what him. It ain't about Trump. Trump just got here. Our problem, baby, has been here way before Trump got here. You got to understand that Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown and Ferguson, you know what I mean? You got to talk about Eric Gardner, I can't breathe. You got to talk about the lady that was in the wheelchair, you know, in the courtroom. And she said, I can't breathe, I need my medicine. The judge said, we didn't bring you here for you to get your medicine. You get that, answer the question. The lady dies right there in the courtroom, in the wheelchair. You know what I mean? These are the things you need to be talking about, and talk about the system. And why do I love Trump? Because he put it in succinctly. We will create a whole new system. We will take this system apart. I want to make America great again, America first. So now we're going back where we should have been from the very, very beginning, because we bought a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. We talk and boast the self-evident truth, but we live and practice the self-evident lie. So don't talk about Kanye West. I love Kanye West.
Operative word is again. When has America been great the first time?
Well, America was great the first time when they put those cosmic words down. We hold these truths to be separate. They got to get to that. Yeah, we're slaves. You were slaves, and the slave mentality still exists today. That's what you got to understand. 40 years of indoctrination, and the slave laws still exist today. The black code, where you can kill blacks, the rights are valueless. They can be killed, and without consequences, with impunity, nobody can do anything. So this is what you got to understand. Talk about it, but he's bringing it to light. Now we can at least discuss it. Slavery, that's what we're dealing with. Why the slave master mentality say they separate one from the other.
He lacks a multicultural cabinet, though.
Yeah, but listen, don't put it.
No buts. He lacks a multicultural cabinet.
You got to understand something. Trump didn't do this. You understand? But he's the one that's got you discussing it. Now the rest of them, they don't discuss it on the big talk show. They go talk about what lady he done had an affair with. You know, because he was practicing Clark Gable or Valentino. That's men, Don. And we all would be guilty. He without sin amongst us, let him cast the first stone. All right? So you got to understand something. Forget about the Trump thing, but think about America, the people, the greatest nation in the world, that we are discussing about what he did with some pimp woman or something, rather than talking about what our babies are going to get, our health care, our plans, about safety. Right now, you got two things I want you to see that we should be discussing that we're not. One is North Korea, and the other one is South Korea, and the other one is America. Now you can say what you will of me. This little guy named Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un developed a nuclear bomb. How did he do it? Because they had no respect for him. So they called him a buffoon and a lunatic. All right, so instead of lifting up a person that works with the hard work, sacrifice, dedication, and commitment to be what you want to be, you know, what America touched them with. I knew his father, and his father was Kim Jong-il. It's Kim Soon-il, and he was a trendsetter for peace. Now we're talking about a lady in top position talk show when you got a would-be, could-be, hopefully, prayerfully not be a nuclear exchange that could destroy our human existence. I mean, so now you have to understand what time it is. Trump didn't do this, but he's bringing it out to our attention.
Obama was trying to do that too, you know?
There's not a Latino, there's not a lot of Asian, there's not a lot of black signature on our Declaration of Independence.
They got the left outs. Here's you're absolutely acute in what you're saying. The left outs, the white woman and the people of color. All right, so that's what we were chattel slaves. They were enslaved, what they call concentric slavery. They would be taught and exalted and brainwashed to become their own victimizer. You know what I mean? So that's what we want. We want the left outs to be inclusive. And so he's talking about inclusiveness. When you say a new system, that don't separate one from this or the other. It means a whole new system. He recognized the system's corruptness, and he went out there, and that's why the system is trying to destroy him. Everywhere you go, whatever Trump says, everything, I know it is very difficult because the system is magnificent. It was just created for the wrong purpose. You know what I mean? White supremacy, male dominance white supremacy, not white supremacy. Because white supremacy is they leave out the white woman. And the white woman is nation time, from her loins spring nation time.
That's a mindset,
you mean? So what we got to do is include, but let us deal with what is real. Let us deal practicality with reality. You know what I mean? We're talking about black people that don't have no voice, no rights. You know what I mean? And then what they do is they put out our longest reigning congressman, not Charles Rango, Kanye, 38 years, and they put him out in disgrace. I mean, we have Cosby who forgot that he said, lift ourselves up by the bootstraps when we didn't have no boots to lift ourselves up by. And I told them that. Now look what they've done to him, destroying him. Universities giving him back his money. This is people taking away everything he had because some 30-year-old, 20-year-old charges. You got to understand something, man. The system works, and it is working against all of us. So Trump at least brought that system to the table to be discussed. And in that discussion, we about to give our voice. We're going to be a part of the struggle. We got to stand up and be representative of ourselves. So let's don't be derailed and circumvented and talking about Donald Trump, because he's just a figment of your imagination. This has been going on for, like you say, 400 years. All right, so now it's time to put a stop to it.